Hola, so my name is Mimi Kotka and I am an ultra trail runner from Sweden who finished first in CCC 2016. I started running in 2010 just for fun, you know, to jog, to keep in shape. Yes. And then I stumbled into ultra, and then 2014 I started running a lot. No, I don't know. I probably train as much as one, but I have no sponsor or anything. It was really hot and really beautiful. So it was a tough race, but at the same time, the environment is so stunning, so you sort of forget about it sometimes. So it was a nice race. For sure, for me, coming from the cold of Sweden, it was the heat, the midday heat. We were climbing over the Grand Col Ferret during lunchtime, and it was very hot. Yes, so a lot of salt was needed. So it was the first time I ran 100K, so I'm happy to finish. It's long, no, but it was good. The last climb from what's it called? The last climb of the race. When it started to get dark, that was then you started to feel really tired, but it's the way it's supposed to be. The difference was when I ran the 90K, it was flat. Yeah. So I've done a couple of races around 85Ks that are a lot of climbing. So it wasn't that big of a difference really, but running in the dark, of course, was a new experience. Because it's an experience you have on your, every ultra trail runner has this race on their list, the UTMB race, and I think CCC is a great way to get to know the course, because I really respect the UTMB course, and CCC it's a great race in itself, but it's also a way to practice for the long one. I've been running ultras and training seriously from 2014. So I discovered this sport a bit later and really fell in love with it, and I've been doing a lot of running since 2014, but last summer I had some injury problems because I had run too much. So I had problems with my Achilles and with my hamstrings. But I dialed back my training during this winter, and hopefully I have a recipe that works. I started running because I've been doing a lot of other stuff like mountain biking and free diving and stuff, and I had running as a way to stay in shape. But really, when I started doing it more and more, it just grew, and it's such a great way to spend time in nature, and it's a great excuse to be outside, so it just took over as my main interest. I train a lot. I have a very supportive family, but that's important. But also I work within the food supplement industry, and I have the opportunity to work apart from home, and that makes it possible to maybe choose your hours during the day when you work, and then you can train a lot. No, I train by myself. Oh, it differs. I can't give you the recipe, because when I tried to do too much of it, I just fell apart. So I think it's a balance, and also this type of running, I think it's good to do other outdoor activities as well, like mountain biking and hiking, which is really nice, and climbing, because you need different types of strength, not just running strength. You need to be strong in other ways as well. I'm a nutritionist by trade, so I work with food supplements. It's good, I guess. It's hard to say, but it's good in ultras during competition. I make my own bars, for example, and my own gels, because I know exactly what's in them, so I can sort of make the cheap ones at home. And then you have maybe a broader understanding when it comes to what you need during an ultra. So yeah, it comes in handy. It's a good job for this type of this type of competition for sure. When it comes to ultra running, you have to try out what you can handle because it's very different. So that's the thing, you have to find your thing. But when it's hot like this, I think a lot of people go short on salt and minerals. They think they don't take enough salt because you lose so much salt during such a long race when you're out maybe for several days. So you need a lot of electrolytes. So I think a lot of people cracked in this heat because they didn't take enough electrolytes. It's not a dream to become professional, but for sure I want to do this as much as I can. That's for sure. Because it's become a part of me, for sure. This year I've done, let's see, I've done some shorter races around 40-50 kilometers here in France. I did the Maxi Race Marathon, and then I did a longer ultra trail in Courmayeur called Grand Trail Courmayeur. It's a really nice race, very nice atmosphere. And then this race, and the next one will be the World Championships representing Sweden. It's impossible to say. Of course, this one is really special with all the with all the people and the atmosphere, and it's such an iconic race. But I also like the really smaller ones. So I would have to say this one and the Grand Trail Courmayeur are my favorites so far. I'm not sure yet, but this seems to around 80, 90 for now. I think I can build up for longer distances with more practice and more experience. When it comes to the distance of a race, I think it has more to do with experience actually, and having long competitions behind you, because you don't do 100K as a training session, or at least not many people do. So I think it's the racing that gives you the experience to go for longer.